Hi Stampers, and welcome to the September Video Kit Club. This month we're going to make a sympathy card. It's using a technique with embossing powders and the new smooch spritzers, and I think it's a neat technique. It kind of looks like a faux bleach technique. So let's go ahead and get started. In your kit, you're going to get 2 strips of white cardstock. You want to use the skinnier of the 2 strips, and we're using the Spring Leaves stamp and Versamark. And you want to make sure that you use your Static X bag on your cardstock first, and then you're just going to randomly stamp the spring leaves on your card stock. And again, you want to turn your stamp as you stamp, or turn your card stock so you get a variety of the shapes. And then you're going to use clear detail embossing powder that comes in your kit. And sprinkle that on there. Okay. And then we're going to heat that. Okay, and then like I said, in your kit, you'll get the smooch spritz. This is Limelicious, and you're just going to shake it up and make sure that all of the shimmer powder that's at the bottom is shook up. And then make sure that your work area is cleared so that you don't accidentally spritz something that's laying around. And then go ahead and hold it about 6 inches away and spritz away. You can make it as dark as you want. I want mine pretty dark. And then we're going to let this sit and dry. It'll just take a few minutes for the cardstock to dry. And then our next step, you could leave it like this and just use your panel just like this. You might want to polish the embossing powder when it's done. But I'm going to show you the next level of technique on this. That's really fun, and it'll give you a different look altogether. So we're going to go into the ironing board now, and we're going to iron our paper. So let's go on into the utility. Okay, so now we're at the ironing board, and we've got our strip that we've embossed and then spritzed, and I put down a piece of white copy paper down on my ironing board, and put my paper down, my cardstock down there then, and then I'm going to put another piece of plain paper on top of that. And then your iron, you want to make sure is steam off, and you want it at a medium heat. And what you're going to do is just iron your image, and you can see that it's melting that embossing powder that you put down there, and it's coming up and sticking to the copy paper. And I know the ironing board is shaking the camera, so I'm trying to do it slow. So you just want to iron that until all your embossing powder has been picked up. And it's going to give you a totally different look then on your cardstock. Okay? Can you see that? It's a flat look. Okay, so on to the next step. Okay, so wasn't that fun? Now you see your strip, and it's a totally different look. It's more of a matte look. It almost looks like the image has been bleached on there. Now you could leave your panel like this, But again, I'm going to take it to the next level, and we're going to use the same stamp. We're going to use the Versamark again, and we're going to randomly stamp this image again on top of it. And I'm going to try to fill in between my layers, in between my sprigs. It's okay if you go on top of them a little bit. That just gives it a little bit of a different look. And then in your kit, you're also going to receive our newest Fall Essential embossing powder. This is Bullfrog. You'll get the small bottle, but you're going to emboss these sprigs that you just did with the Bullfrog then too. And with that shimmery spritz and the shimmer of this embossing powder and the glitz, it is just beautiful. This is my new favorite embossing powder, is this Bullfrog. It is just beautiful. Okay, now we're going to heat this. Okay, so see how pretty that is? It just is really so pretty and so dimensional. So then you're going to take this panel and you're going to adhere it to that white panel, and then on the base of your cardstock you're going to adhere that as well. And then in your kit you will receive ovals and your stamp in Warmest Sympathy, and I already stamped and embossed this, but you're just going to stamp it and emboss it with the Bullfrog, and then go ahead and adhere that to the front as well. Okay, and there's your front of your card. And then on the inside, I went a step further, and in your kit, this is the card that you're going to make, but if you wanted to go a step further on the inside, you could cut another piece of white cardstock. This will be cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I stamped the spring leaf in the background in a dye ink, just a pale dye ink, and then I embossed another Sympathy saying from the set with the Bullfrog. Now this is the stamp set with the In Warmest Sympathy, and then there's a saying that goes on the inside if you choose to put this on the inside. This is an additional add-on to your kit, so you can order this separate. Just make a note in the comments, but it goes really nice on the inside. You'll notice I didn't put the whole entire verse in there. I just wanted the top half. So what I've done with my stamp is I have taken a utility knife and I just cut it apart between those two parts that I wanted, so I can use just that top half on my cards. Or you could just ink just the top part and stamp it. And then if you want to as well, you can go ahead and stamp your envelope with the spring leaf and emboss it with the Bullfrog as well. So that's this month's kit. I hope you like it, and I will see you again next month. Happy stamping!